Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing for Rob and Austin 1, 2, 3. Testing 1.
There we go.
Hey. Great.
Hooray.
All right. Give me 2 seconds to push that out to patrons.
Are you on my hotspot?
I'm on your hotspot, Austin.
Oh, be sure. So no, turn it off.
Please don't. Okay. Great.
So I need to turn.
Just gotta find that post and go back in the comments. I'll get this installed on your guys' computer too. I just bought a license for Works for $100. Stream live, but no one's gotten the link yet.
One watching.
Probably me too.
Say hi to me.
It was me.
Hey, already has released.
All right.
Yay! Let's leave it. Just leave it. It looks awesome. It's part of it.
Oh wait, are we to go?
We got go.
We're going to
What's
viewers.
happening?
Why don't we give it 2 seconds for some people to get here online that just got the link?
I'm just gonna stare creepily.
Just do it.
I can't tell how many viewers are on here.
I can't tell.
Wanna-
Just sit up over here.
Yeah, sit over here. Yeah.
We're going to be in the
So you can read questions. Set that up.
I got a few people joining.
Hello? Are you there?
Set that up.
All right. 6 watching now.
All right, hey guys, y'all watching, huh? Y'all like our
Assortment of condiments.
Yeah, we clearly could have moved that, but I guess it makes it more fun.
I like it.
And say hello and how the tour's going.
Hello, how's the tour going?
The tour's going really well.
Yeah, all right. What now? Keep feeding us when we don't know what to do.
I'm so
Bringing up some questions that patrons have asked this week. So why don't we take a chance to greet everybody, say hello, and we'll go through the questions these guys asked. So how's the tour going so far?
Tour is great. We're in Florida. We're never going back to Minnesota.
No. Except Rob's going back to Minnesota.
Yeah.
So that.
Adam and I are flying back tomorrow. Later. Cool.
If let us know how you can hear the guys in the comments of the patron post. If you're having audio issues, seems like it's working from our end, but if not, let us know. All right, so why don't we start with some questions, guys?
Great.
Mary D. Fox asks, "Yay! It'll be fun to see you again during this chat." She's excited about it. Have you picked your songs for the Opry next? Opry yet?
That's actually a good question. I had that thought a couple days ago. I was like, we should probably talk about that. I'm sure that whatever our songs are, they won't be new.
How many songs?
Yeah, how much time do we have? Do you know?
You get 2 songs per Opry show.
So,
you can do
so we
4.
could do 4 songs.
Mhm.
Or maybe we'll do 3 songs and one of them twice. Cause,
Yeah.
That's a good question.
How about some originals from the Opry?
That'd be great.
It'd be smart.
So to answer your question, no, we have not.
It's a good. We're gonna have that conversation now, and you can listen if you want.
Really on top of it.
Yeah. So we're.
You have some time.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Marsha asks, who came up with the Motown theme for Blue Ain't Your Color? Need to give an immense thank you because that video is so perfect with your fantastic voices and also stepping out of the box with some dance moves. Reference Austin from the single.
Yeah. Well, I think that was mainly our producer Darren sort of spearheaded the arrangement on that one, and then once we got it, it was obvious. I think Tim was the first one to say we should really try and do some old school floppy dance moves, and we thought, yeah, let's do it, which is kind of crazy because as you know, since you watched the sing off, we didn't dance much there. We also claimed to not be able to dance, and we can't really, but we're working on it.
I did not bring that to the table either. So.
Glad you liked it, Marsha. That's cool.
Yeah,
A lot of props to Chris Dennehy for her patience.
that's our
And then a lot of props to Jimmy Bates on being able to edit that together and make it look like we actually know what we're doing.
Boom.
All right, Angie asks, you can take any song, turn it your own, and give it a flair that makes us want to hear it over and over again. Is there an influence outside of music that contributes to the creativity of your songs? How long do you spend creating the perfect harmonies and vocals for each song?
Influence outside of music.
Well, I like, I always wanted to do fishing in the dark because I like fishing. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the dark.
Right. I think that answers the question.
I mean, obviously, the one thing outside of music that we all have in common is a sense of humor, and that tends to find its way into at least our videos and sometimes even the songs. But I think it's just it's nice. We're all pretty laid back guys, and when we get into the studio together, we kind of just have a good time, and I think that helps as well.
Yeah, very much so.
Heather asks, as you guys tour and continue to grow your fan base, especially since you're looking to attract a younger demographic, do you think you'll become more active on social media, interact with your fans more in that manner, or do some of you purposely shy away from it? I've seen the success of others who have really strengthened their bond with their fans in this approach, and can't wait to see you guys again this summer.
I mean, we're pretty active on social media, and then from guy to guy that varies. So whatever you see now as far as activity on social media will probably pretty much remain the same. You're not going to get a lot out of Adam Rowe. He's a private man.
Yeah.
Aaron T. Anderson asks, how do you decide which songs are best for you and which ones to make a video of? Do you guys ever argue about who does what as far as arrangements and such?
To a degree, actually, interestingly enough, maybe you'd like to know this. When we first recorded Blue, I was there day one with Darren whenever he was building that arrangement. Or maybe there was like a second, I don't even know now. But I went in there, and I was the first one in there to sing on that. And the thought initially, I think, had been that I was going to sing the first verse of that song. And then I went in and did that. And we got home, and everybody listened to it, and we were all kind of like, I don't think this is as good as it can be. It's kind of low for me. Just didn't sound quite right. So everybody was kind of like, yeah, I think Rob should do it. So we let Rob do it. As you can see from the wonderful success of the video, 600,000 views in just 3 days or something like that. I think we made the right choice.
Maybe one day we can release alternate versions. So,
Oh, that would be crazy. Because I'm sure that session exists.
Oh, for
Probably a
sure.
bunch of those.
I mean, I have the demo.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
so.
Janet, who's here tonight as a VIP for the show in Fort Lauderdale, might ask this question. She said she's got one for Adam. I know you classify yourself as a tenor, but how does he get such deep bass with your beatboxing? That is amazing.
A lot of the bass sounds that I made from beatboxing, the deep ones, aren't made with my voice. They're made with my false vocal cords, with my tongue, my lips, and just whatever I can to make a low, rumbling sound.
Google false vocal cords. Because I don't even know what that is.
I'm not doing that right now.
Lisa Jones asks, who has the hardest time learning choreography dance steps?
I think we'd all say that we equally suck at that.
Yeah, they just took turns.
It really depends. Like somebody can get one move down perfectly and the others struggle, or vice versa.
Or like the last time we ran that song at rehearsal yesterday, I guess, or the day before, whatever that was, I definitely am sure that I was the worst at the choreography that day for some reason. I just messed up the whole first verse and a half for some reason. Verse and a half and the entire chorus.
It's tough to get back on track when you miss one move. It's over.
And Nolan is out there filming us, you know. It's ridiculous. So.
Now know the technical terms for fall is the vestibular fold.
Vestibular fold. Vestibular.
Oh.
Vestibular.
Linda Shaw asks another choreography question here. Do you do your own choreography, or do you have a hire a pro to come in with you to make some kicks, scoots, twirls, and twerks?
Twerks.
Well, we got the torques down.
That's all us, yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much everything else is our wonderful choreographer Tim mentioned her earlier, Kristen Dennehy. We met her. She choreographed all the stuff we did on the South, and she staged pretty much every number that we do these days now.
Yeah, check out the behind the scenes, which is a Patreon perk for Blue on Your Cover. There's a lot of Kristen in there.
What Jennifer asks, what do y'all hear in your ear monitors? I know you said you hear the pitch in them. Is that before every song? If not, decide when you need it. Is there anything else you hear in them?
Yeah, we've got cues from Garo. Garo's our sound guy right now, and we spent a lot of time in rehearsals this tour trying to get a cleaner show. So we built in a bunch of cues, and Garo will just go ding, play it, and we'll get the note.
Yeah, Garo now.
And then
Garo, come say hi
come say hello. Just walk through, just wave.
to the real hardcore fans right here.
How you doing?
Surprise, Garo.
Sound engineer extraordinaire.
We all hear a little bit of each other, too. We get to pick what we want to hear in our own ear.
Got a mix on our phone. It's pretty neat technology. We can control our ear monitors.
Let's see here. Ingrid asks, since I love most of the reaction videos others upload with the reaction to your videos, have you ever watched any of them? Have you ever considered making them?
To be honest, we've seen a couple of reaction videos that made us laugh.
It's an interesting concept.
It really is.
If you know some really good reaction videos, please tweet them our way. Because I've seen some that it's basically just me watching someone watch me for 30 minutes. And then they're like, that was nice.
Yeah.
So.
Carolyn asks, will Adam be arranging any more songs? Do You By Ear is one of my faves. I'd love to hear more from him.
Yes.
Definitely.
We've got one in the can right now. We just haven't been able to get to the studio and start recording on it yet.
He's going to keep his 1 every 2 years streak alive.
More than me.
Janet asks, when Dwayne Allen tweeted his home pre-shirt a while back, I tweeted, was there a chance of doing another collaboration? And I mentioned Sail Away. And he tweeted back, he really loved the idea. So, is there a possibility of another collaboration?
Who?
Dwayne
Oh,
Allen.
Dwayne. Okay, cool.
So, is there a possibility of another collaboration with Alex?
I guess it's always a possibility. We haven't heard anything as of yet, but I mean, I'm sure we would love to work with them again. Why wouldn't we? They're freaking Oak Ridge boys.
We should just sing something on one of their albums.
That's a great idea, actually.
Great idea.
Somebody
Tweet
tell
that. Yeah, tweet that at Dwayne.
Being on tour and singing all the time, how do you take care of your voices? How do you warm up? And how do you keep from getting sick or worn out? That question was from Mark.
Interestingly enough, I mean, this is how it is for me. I think it's very similar for Rob. Somehow, I never get sick on tour for the most part. Like, it's happened. It's definitely happened. But it seems like it's every time tour ends, body just goes, I'm dead. Let's just be sick for a couple weeks. But other than that, sleeping water. Just like, I warm up every day. Rob does too. And then we just sleep and drink a lot of water and don't drink too much.
Don't drink too much, and if we're out at the bar or whatever, just try not to talk over everybody, because that really affects me.
That's the worst thing for my voice. Just talking in a loud environment ruins my voice. Can't do it.
Nanette Walkley asks, Chance can hit some massive low notes as well. How close to his low notes does he get?
Gee, I guess on any day, my lowest note that I know I'm guaranteed to sing is an A. So it's still a good ways from this guy right here. But
But interestingly enough, they have different registers. So there's a couple registers where Chance will resonate a little better on some notes. So we have him sing that because it's a luxury that we have now. But certainly Tim is singing lower than anybody else I've ever met.
Heavy lifting.
I mean, I remember a recording session, actually the first one, Try Everything. You know, for whatever reason, this one low note just like wasn't happening for me that day, and we were on a time crunch. So I was like, Chance, get in here and sing this.
Behind the scenes.
Martha asks, will Austin ever be allowed to rap? I know that skit is no longer part of the show, but I had to ask.
He has rapped.
Indeed, I have rapped, and this is how we roll, and it's pretty ridiculous. And I don't know if we can revisit that. But, you know, anything's possible when the world is our oyster. So who knows a couple years from now.
Janet's got another question for Adam. When you first started beatboxing, was it hard at first, or did it come naturally? What you do now is magical.
Hard isn't really the word I would describe it. Silly and ridiculous is better suited for when you first start out beatboxing. Because it just, you know, it just takes a while to get the sounds down, and you just have to spend a lot of time working the sounds over and over again. So, and I've been doing it for 17 years now, so it's, you know, those first few years were pretty
You sounded
sloppy,
like what you sound like if you mimic what he's doing now. I mean, like that's what he sounded like, what we all sound like when we started out there.
Why don't you try it?
We're waiting.
Come on.
Yeah, that's not good.
Tina says, please give us a hint on some future songs.
No!
Okay, we're going to do something.
It's a song called No.
Country. My name is, no, that's not, yes, maybe something like that.
Sarah K asks, any plans for the Patreon party?
No! We hope so. We would actually hope so. But we got to get a milestone together, y'all. We got to, let's do it. Y'all help us get there. Y'all should have plans for another Patreon party.
And I think our next milestone is like, what, you know, say we make it $1 amount. It's going to have to like sustain that $1 amount.
Right.
For a couple of months or something.
Right, because y'all be tripping. I'll be like, let everybody pretend like we're actually doing this and then pull all the, no. We learn. They need to be genuine, authentic.
Tina also asks, how long does Darren work on the arrangements? They seem really complex.
It depends. It depends on if it's just Darren arranging it. It depends on if it's, you know, one of us working with him doing it. You know, like the biggest arrangement I think we've ever done as a group was Fishing in the Dark in the Boondocks. That whole thing. That Chris originally came up with that arrangement with his buddy Elliot Robinson, who was a fabulous bass in the acapella community. And then from there on, you know, we got into the studio and we changed a lot of stuff around as a group. And, you know, everybody had a lot of input into that one. Whereas some of the other ones, Darren does something and we hear it like How Great Thou Art. We heard it and we were like, oh my God, we have nothing. Can we sing this? Thank you.
Yeah.
Last couple questions that we have here. If anyone wants to comment on the live section, we're also taking a look at that. Jane in the live chat on YouTube says, does Adam have a sound that he can make but hasn't figured out where to use in a song or performance?
Of course. Yeah, I actually, there's a lot of recordings that we do where I make some, just you know, experimenting, putting weird sounds in, and most of them get, you know, cut. So
A lot of times what we'll do is like we'll record our parts at Darren's studio, and then Adam will either do his parts at home or he'll come into Darren's later. And so we don't really even know necessarily what's going to happen with the drums specifically until we hear the kind of the first working mix. And there was a phase there where he was like making animal noises in every song we did.
Just every song.
It was like the sixth one, and we finally had to be like,
Why is there
okay,
a hog
but
in colder weather?
I think maybe just stop making the animal noises in our normal songs.
Susan Johnson asks, will there be a Chance minifigure update to the Lego sets?
I certainly would love that.
Oh,
that'd be interesting.
I guess we'd have to talk to the guy that did all those for us.
Can we change the head?
No, I want that cowboy there right there.
That's it for the questions that we have here online. Waiting for a second to see. Oh, here. A question from Marcia. I'm sorry, a question from Heather. What is the hardest song for each of you personally right now, and why?
I guess every night when we sing Seven Bridges, that's probably like if that wasn't the second song of the show, I wouldn't need to warm up quite as much as I do typically. Because to get that without saying like falsetto, I have to be really warm up top to just belt that A flat and just hold it out.
I'm still trying to figure out where to breathe in Hillbilly Bone.
Yeah.
The words, especially that chorus, and it just keeps going. It's a run-on sentence.
Yeah, a lot that are tough for me. I just had the biggest crack of my life on stage the other night doing Elvira, so that was awesome.
Actually, Elvira is consistently always really
It's
hard.
really
The crack of his voice when he's
Yeah,
singing.
not like Plumber's butt.
My heart song.
it was worse than
It was amazing. I don't have any problem singing anything, so.
Just the words.
Yeah, just right. I'm just glad it's not me. It's always messing up. I guess it is still, but I got a bunch.
You guys have any more fairs, festivals that you'll be playing this? Any announcements coming?
I don't know. Do we, Luke? No, we don't, guys.
Not this year.
Not this year. But they've already been announced, I guess.
There's a lot. Ginevra says that Tim's bass voice sounds like a 50 caliber firing.
Well, thanks, Ginevra.
Thank you for your
Yeah.
question.
Thank you, man.
Let's see, one question here. How do y'all decide to shoot a music video with? Is there any chance you'd shoot one with Rascal Flatts?
God, no. That's probably a little out of our comfort zone. We don't want to do that. Maybe the Oak Ridge Boys again, but definitely not the Rascal Flats.
He's being really goofy. Yes, of course we would.
Oh my God.
Yeah, if you know anybody, please,
Tell 'em.
please let that happen.
Tim, Carolyn asks, what did your mother-in-law think about Chris's picture?
I didn't hear this story.
I haven't heard so much from my mother-in-law, but you guys, you know what? You should film your reaction to this reaction here in a second. I'll show them what my sister-in-law sent me.
Oh my God. Strap in, folks.
Sister-in-law was on vacation and she came home to Chris's picture hanging in the room.
Don't. That shouldn't be public.
Cuddled up to it.
Don't.
That's awesome.
We got a few more minutes before the guys got to get on stage or get ready to get on stage in Fort Lauderdale. So if you have any more questions here, get them in so we can ask them.
I just think that there's people sitting in the theater right now, just like watching a video of us backstage.
That's the park. Playhouse.
Carolyn asks, who's reading the questions?
Luke, our manager. Come and
Say
show
hello,
your face
Luke.
for a
Don't
second.
not like that though. That's not flattering.
You guys are officially running out of questions.
All right, we gotta go warm up and get ready for the show.
It's
So.
in 25 minutes, and I got to sing for about 20 minutes.
Yeah. But thanks so much, guys.
We'll do this again soon, right?
We'll do
Do
it
this again
soon.
sometime.
We'll do this again when Adam has an arrangement.
Yeah.
Thanks for being patient.
Bye.